David, then there's all that spending. Senate Democrats are proposing a 15% minimum tax on companies with at least $1 billion in profits. They're saying that that would affect about 200 businesses. It would raise a couple of $100 billion to pay for their spending plans. Do you think this impacts markets? What about all of the spending negotiating going on and the thought of more spending hitting this economy? What's the impact?
Yeah, well, thankfully, Maria, the corporate income tax rate, I think, is off the table. But, I mean, what we're looking at right now is this corporate minimum tax, which I think is absolutely just misguided. The goal is to raise $110 billion over 10 years. I mean, that's a rounding error, $10 billion a year. But the adverse effects will be widespread. I mean, it's adversely going to affect stock-based compensation. I think it's going to hit manufacturing companies and tech companies the hardest that make these large CapEx investments in 1 year, but may spread it out over a multi-year period. I mean, I think you'd virtually see that eliminated by these companies because they don't have the same advantage. But I think the narrative, Maria, is does raising taxes on corporations work? Where was corporate tax revenue in 2017 before the corporate tax cuts? Well, corporate tax revenue is about $297 billion. Where is it today? We're sitting about $371 billion in total corporate tax revenue. So corporate tax revenue has surged at the same time that we lowered corporate income taxes. So I think we know what works. We're just choosing not to do it. And I agree with Elon Musk.
That's interesting.
We're going to have fewer Elon Musks if we continue down this road. And I think we should be praising someone like Elon Musk. We should be giving him an award with the amount of money that he's spending in income taxes at the end of the year. Because at the end of the day, we know what works, lower corporate income taxes, and we're going to increase revenues.
Yeah, he's making a lot. He's spending a lot. Great comments there, David. Thank you so much. Katerina Simonetti, David Nicholas, and Keith Fitzgerald.